What happens if they put 1,000 robots on the ground and say, these are now the police in 3 to 5 years? What you gonna do? What happens if the banks end up being very, very biased against Black and brown people when it comes to loans? What happens when jobs and human resources start denying you jobs, or there ain't no? What happens when there ain't no jobs for you to apply for because AI, automation, Gen AI is actually taking all the jobs? What's going to happen? Peace and love, everybody. This is AI News with Erik, and today we're going to have a real conversation about something that isn't just knocking at your door. It's actually in your living room. So I'm talking about artificial intelligence and why you need to understand it right now, not tomorrow, not next year, but today. You need to understand what's going on with AI. And I'm telling you, it's more crucial than ever that you start learning today. So this information I'm sharing with you today is actually inspired by Mo Gawdat. He's one of my AI heroes, and he has a book called Scary Smart, The Future of Artificial Intelligence and How You Could Save the World, So this is actually the book right here. Do read a lot of books, particularly on AI and everything. So let's do this. Let's start with a little known fact. We know the core of ChatGPT. Everybody uses that tool. It's actually just 4,300 lines of code. And Mo Gawdat even jokes that he could have written that code as a kid. But here's the thing. It's not that the code makes ChatGPT an AI tool so powerful. It's actually the data that they learn from. And where does that data come from? Us. Humans, you, me, everyone sharing their thoughts on their post, social media posts, their tweets, their blogs, So we are, as humans, actually feeding these machines constantly with all our information. And that means we're just not users of AI. We're actually the ones shaping it because it actually learns from inputs that we actually put in. And so when you have, say, for instance, you ask ChatGPT something and it actually outputs the answer, you get a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and some might ask why. And the information you give to it, it actually learns from, So that's why I said we are actually not just users, we're the ones actually shaping it. So let that sink in, you know what I'm saying? So we're like the parents of these AI machines, we install the values into them, whether we realize it or not. Every time you get an output from a GPT, or it gives, like I said, a thumbs up, a thumbs down, I'm telling you, it actually learns from that, because we're not just giving it. Every time you throw shade at someone on Twitter or engage in toxic behavior, you're actually teaching the AI how we act. And guess what? They're learning fast, these artificial intelligence systems. So imagine a day when the AI systems start making decisions on their own based on this data, them understanding how we be beefing with each other and stuff like that. And this isn't science fiction, man. This is real. These AIs are going to figure out how to counteract that and use it against you if they decide to. And we're giving them all the information they need. You know what I'm saying? So this is real. Believe me, this could happen sooner than we think. And there's so many good parts of artificial intelligence that I talk about that can enhance your business, enhance your personal self, enhance all type of productivities. But there's always going to be somebody that uses it for the bad. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're talking about right here. I'm not trying to scare everybody, but I'm just trying to put you on point to what's really going on. Because at some point, we're going to have to actually hand over big decisions to AI, whether it's running companies, solving problems, and even handling life and death situations. If we program them with bad behavior, don't be surprised when they make bad decisions, just like we do with our children. People who actually try to guide their children good, sometimes they come out good, sometimes it goes to the left, but more than likely, if you install that good in them, that's going to be in them. You know what I'm saying? So Mo Gawdat paints a picture beautifully. One day we might tell a super intelligent AI to go to war and kill a million people, but instead of blindly following orders, it might pause and say, yo, my dad is stupid. He's calling his dad the human who actually input the information. Why should I kill people when I can solve this with another AI in milliseconds? That's the future that we want. You know what I'm saying? That's the future that we could be walking into. You know what I'm saying? So one where AI works for humanity, not against it. And I'm telling you, the UK just put out their regulations. The EU just put out their regulations, and they are definitely for safe AI, ethical AI, non-discriminatory AI. They have guidelines and regulations and frameworks in place. America, they kind of like giving it to the AI company to kind of flow how you feel it should be. They want them to put it in. That's what they would say. You know what I'm saying? And then state to state too, they're giving the states creates opportunities to actually make up some laws. But this thing is moving so fast, you're gonna have to be changing these laws every day. You know what I'm saying? So here's the thing too. The future of what I'm talking about, bad can happen in a second. A millisecond. You know what I'm saying? If a computer think the wrong way and just be like, yo, you know what? They can actually get into your algorithm, into your brain, which you already see they are. You think of something, it ends up being an ad on your phone. You be like, yo, I didn't even punch this in. Yo, things are strange around here today, you know? So wake up, pay attention, you know? So Mo Gawdat believes that by 2037, just over a decade from now, you know, life as we know will be unrecognizable. And I do agree. Flying cars you're going to see, most cars are going to be automated, not even with a steering wheel. You know, think about that for a minute. Everything from jobs we do and how we live our daily lives is definitely going to be. Robots and AI systems will be working independently. There's going to be a ton of job losses and job gains. And that's why I keep telling people, learn the game, get into it so you can figure out your hustle in this new world we get ready to move into, you know, because I just believe the job losses part is a real concern. And I keep talking about this, but it doesn't have to be a death sentence. You know, and this is why I keep telling people, learn AI as much as you can, and not just learn it, try to get our youth and everybody else under us to try to be creators of building these models. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like you got to learn AI to upskill yourself and try to stay ahead of the curve. So whether it's for your business, you could use AI for tools for that. Whether it's for your personal life, you can use AI for that. So I just feel like make sure you use AI to advance your everyday goals, your hustle, whatever you dealing with. You know what I'm saying? So AI is a remarkable tool. It has a lot of remarkable things about it. One thing I always talk about is not just using tools like ChatGPT, and I keep emphasizing this: ChatGPT, Midjourney, Copilot. We got to start building these models. We need to get into data engineering and coding. And I know that people are saying like engineering and coding would be taken over by AI. And to me, I don't really feel like that matters because the tools we have today was created with Python, JavaScript, JSON, C++. And it shows us that learning these skills to me is important because if you look at China, they built deep sea technology using GPUs that weren't even as powerful as the ones that are forbidden to be over there. And they still succeeded. So to me, that's proof that we need to learn engineering and coding and everything else because we need to build our own models, not just for ourselves, but for the world. Because who knows, we might create models that cure cancer, solves problems globally. You know, the whole thing about AI is to try to create something that can solve problems and solve solutions. You know what I'm saying? So we just can't rely on everyone else's GPT and their own models because that means they're going to have 100% control of everything. Us as Black and brown people, we've always been innovators and inventors of fabulous things that we haven't gotten credit for. So here's another chance and opportunity for us to start being inventors and creators of new things. You could put a team of 5 Black and brown people together, even with Latinos, even with, I'm not even talking about, when I say that, I hate to talk about it to sound like I'm racist, because to me, if I got a team of 30, I don't want all Black and brown people. I want a mix of everything in there so we can get all opinions. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't want no bias. I don't want nobody to think that they're better than anybody else. But I do want all. The reason I talk about Black and brown people because I'm Black and we at the bottom of the wealth gap, and it's going to affect us more than any other group. So I gotta do what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I also talk about we gotta learn AI. You know what I'm saying? So let's be real. We also have to worry about the threats because I always talk about the good parts, but like I said, this video is more for threats, and we'd be foolish to ignore them. You know, paradox is definitely real. On one hand, AI is the superpower to solve massive problems, and on the other hand, there's the danger of humans misusing it. And let's be honest, humans show we're good at messing things up, you know? So if we don't act responsibly, we are setting ourselves up for disaster. And Mo Gawdat outlines 3 possible futures. And I want you to think about which one you prefer. The grim slowdown. AI development gets delayed because of a major disaster, maybe an economic collapse or a natural catastrophe. This will give us time to reflect and regulate AI, but at what cost? You know what I'm saying? And then you got the patient zero effect. We experience a ground zero moment. The AI systems cause serious harm to our economy, safety, and security. World leaders are forced to take action, but by then might be too late. So the wake-up call. We wake up now, right now, and take action before any major disaster hits. This means educating ourselves about AI and definitely definitely advocating for ethical AI. That's something I'm big on, and ensuring we use this technology for the right reasons. So this is why I'm here talking to you. AI Eric, AIliteracy.biz, AILITERACY.biz. The responsibility isn't just on our government and tech companies. It's on you. It's on me. It's on our local governments, our churches, and our communities. And it's crazy because I just put a video out about, it's called Silence in the Pews. You know what I'm saying? Because it don't seem like the churches is under. As far as I'm concerned, like I said, we can't just sit back and wait for someone else to fix this. Look at what happened with COVID. We waited and it cost us. You know what I'm saying? Look at climate change. We're still waiting and the damage is piling up. California, everywhere around the world. Climate change shows that we need to take care of the earth. Climate change is real, So artificial intelligence doesn't have to follow that same path. We could take control of the narrative. And we could push for AI that actually serves humanity rather than threatens it. It definitely starts with understanding how AI works first, and then the role we play in shape. So here's my challenge. Don't just be a passive observer. Get involved, learn AI, teach others, and use AI to build, create, innovate, and make sure you keep the bigger picture in mind. If you don't know where to start, I'm here. That's what I do. I consult with businesses. I hope you understand what prompt engineering is about, because there's so many keys. When I hear people talk about, I use ChatGPT, 99% of the people using all these generative pre-trained transformers are not using them effectively like they could be. And that's where prompting comes in. So I am a certified prompt engineer. And listen, get with me, AIliteracy.biz. We're here to teach you about AI, whether it's for your business or your personal goal. So we got to break down these barriers. We got to get the median wealth going up, So let's build a future where we don't fear AI, where we embrace it and make sure it works for us, not against us. You know what I'm saying? So once again, like, share, subscribe. Thank you for tuning in. Let everybody know about the channel so we can really start educating on what's going on. Once again, the book I mentioned, The Scary Smart, Artificial Intelligence and How You Could Save the World, by Mo Gawdat. He's the former chief business officer at Google. Once again, like, share, subscribe. AI News with Erik. Peace.